Hardik Pandya absolutely bulldozed.
But coming out of a personal tragedy and going out on the field and performing for your team,
Like we said, he came
now
good.
he's been playing in the most unwarner way we've known him playing.
Oh, yes.
Finally, some sparks flew from CSK's campaign this year.
Hi guys, welcome to the 5th episode of Sportsian Awards. Today we have Hemant with us. Hemant has said that he would not do another video until Mumbai Indians has qualified. So here he is.
Hi Vignesh, it's good to be on the winning side. We are the only team qualified, so I'm very happy.
So guys, just wanted to let you know that we are shooting this video before CSK versus Kings 11 match. So if at all there is any conflict, please, it is because of the timing issue. Okay, so Hemant, let's get started with the first award, which is the Sanitized Striker Award. I have two nominations for this award. The first is Hardik Pandya. Hardik Pandya absolutely bulldozed Rajasthan Royals last week. He scored, I think, 60 of around 25 balls or something. It was stupendous. Still, Mumbai Indians, lost that game, but it was spectacular to see the vintage Hardik Pandya. And my second nomination is a player from the very same game, Sanju Samson. We nominated him for 2020 award last week, and like we said, he came good. Again, his confidence and clean hitting abilities is very important for Rajasthan Royals.
I have only one nomination from my side. It's David Warner, the captain of Sunrisers Hyderabad. David has been having a very quiet tournament till now. He's been playing in the most unwarner way we've known him playing. But that changed. I mean, when it came for the qualification on the line, Warner has unleashed himself. He showed what he can do. So yeah, my nomination is for Warner.
And the winner of the Sanitized Striker Award is...
So our second category of awards is Surprise Package Award. And my nominee is Ruturaj Gaikwad. Finally, some sparks flew from CSK's campaign this year, and Ruturaj has showed like what he's capable with back-to-back half centuries. And he also said that he has a six-pack, so that's a surprise to me also.
My nominee for the Surprise Package Award is SRH's makeshift opener, Wriddhiman Saha. Wriddhiman Saha was brought instead of Johnny Bairstow, which many of us thought was not a great move, because Johnny Bairstow and David Warner are one of the best opening partnerships in the IPL. But Wriddhiman Saha showed his other face, I would say, because we have never seen him bat like that. Only time I remember him batting so aggressively was in the 2014 IPL finals. It's a huge surprise for all of us to see the other face of Saha.
And there's no surprise in this Surprise Package Award. It goes to...
We move on to recognize superb bowling performances in our next award, which is the Economy Class Award. No surprises here again. Mumbai Indians pacer Jasprit Bumrah has been sensational in the second part of the tournament, though initially he went for a lot of runs. But in the last two matches, he has taken figures of 3 for 14 against RCB, which included a double wicket maiden, and 3 for 17 against Delhi Capitals. And he has overtaken Kagiso Rabada in the purple cap.
My nomination for this bowling performance award is Rashid Khan. From SRH. I mean, he's been phenomenal in the back end of the tournament, though he's not stood up to his reputation. But the last few games, he's been pretty decent. He bowled beautifully against DC, where he returned figures of 3 for 7. And yesterday also, he's been economical by just giving out 6 runs per over and taking a wicket.
And the winner of the Economy Class Award is...
And our next category of awards is Batsman Returns. And my nomination for this award goes to Mitchell Santner of Chennai Super Kings. I mean, he's been pretty much absent the whole tournament, and suddenly CSK's management has decided to play him in the fag end of the tournament. He's been pretty decent. He's returned with figures of 1 for 23 and 1 for 30.
My nomination for this award is Josh Philippe of RCB. There has always been a contest between Philippe and Finch as to who gets the opening spot along with Devdutt Padikkal. Predominantly, it has been Finch, but he has failed to deliver. Philippe has played in the first few games, and now he has come back into the team, and he has kind of scored well. He scored 230s in the last two matches.
And the winner of Batsman Returns goes to...
We move on to what I call the Jinx Award, which is the 2020 award. This award recognizes a player who has, promised a lot but failed to deliver. And I would like to nominate Shikhar Dhawan for this award. Shikhar Dhawan has had a, up and down kind of a tournament. He didn't play well initially. Then he was the only player who was clicking for Delhi Daredevils. He scored 2 consecutive centuries. But after those 2 centuries, his scores are 6, 0, and 0. And I think that his form is slumping down at the wrong time.
My nomination also is from the same team, Delhi Capitals, Rishabh Pant, who has not had a great tournament. He was decent at the start, then he was made to sit out due to injury. And since his comeback, it's not been great that much for him. And he's been dropped from India's limited overs cricket team to Australia as well. He's been only picked to Test cricket, and I feel that he's been practicing for Test cricket. Strike rates are below 100 in both the matches in the last 2 matches.
And the winner of the 2020 award is.
And moving on to our next award, the Superman Award. This award is for the best fielding effort in the past 1 week. And my nomination is Devdutt Padikkal for his catch of Saurav Tiwari against MI. He leapt like a cheetah. The ball was dying on him every second, but he leapt forward like a cheetah and he grabbed it. So for me, it's a standout catch for the tournament.
My nomination for this award is CSK's best fielder, Faf du Plessis. Faf du Plessis took the catch of Devdutt Padikkal. Technically, he didn't take the catch. It was a tag team effort between him and Ruturaj Gaikwad, which is turning out to be very common for CSK nowadays. Not a properly timed shot from Padikkal, and Faf du Plessis, in the field, in the deep, stopped the ball from going for a 6 and then threw it back to Ruturaj Gaikwad, who completed the catch.
And the winner of the award is.
We move on to the Believer Award. The Believer Award recognizes comeback performances after a player is struggling, and my nomination is one of the world's best all-rounders currently, Ben Stokes. Ben Stokes joined Rajasthan halfway in the tournament when they were struggling, and he initially did not give great performances. He did not bowl initially, and he went on to open, and he didn't create much of an impact. A lot of criticism was there asking as to why he is opening the innings, but then he has proved himself with a sensational century against Mumbai Indians and a quick-fire half century also in the next match against Kings 11 Punjab.
Oh, yes. This is definitely going to be my spot.
My nomination for this award are I've been nominating 2 people for this, Mandeep Singh and Nitish Rana. Coming out of a form slump is one thing, but coming out of a personal tragedy and going out on the field and performing for your team requires some other level of guts. And these both have performed that duty to the best possible way they can.
And the winner of the Believer Award is.
Moving on to our next category of award, that is Deadwood Award. I would be nominating Deepak Hooda of Kings 11 Punjab for this award. Given his talent, I feel that he's not been given enough chances in the Kings 11 side, and he doesn't have any predefined role of what he has to do in the side.
My nomination for this award is KKR's Rinku Singh. Rinku Singh was brought on in the previous game against CSK, which was a very crucial one for them, sitting out Kuldeep Yadav. It was a very strange move because Rinku Singh was promoted up the order ahead of Fionn Morgan and Rahul Tripathi, which kind of backfired. It was his first match. I won't blame him much, but just like the previous nominee, Deepak Hooda, Rinku Singh does not have a proper role defined. And this is not only in this IPL, it has been going on for the past 2 IPLs where Rinku Singh has been a part of KKR, but he has not, produced any match-winning innings.
And the award goes to.
Moving on to the Run Machine Award. It's given to the most expensive bowler. And my nomination for this award is Lockie Ferguson. Lockie Ferguson started off the tournament brilliantly, single-handedly taking his team to victory against Sunrisers Hyderabad in a super over game. But then after that, his form has slumped. He was taken to the cleaners against CSK when Ravindra Jadeja scored 20 runs of him in the penultimate over, and out of his 4 overs, he had gone for 54 runs.
My nomination for this award is Ankit Rajput of Rajasthan Royals. I mean, Ankit has been having a pretty decent tournament till then, but owing to some batting pyrotechnics by Hardik Pandya, he's been taken for some lusty blows in the fag end of the match, where he conceded almost 60 runs without taking a wicket.
And the winner of the Run Mission Award is.
Moving on to the next award, that is John Cena You Can't See Me Award. My nomination is Rohit Sharma, the Mumbai Indians skipper, who's been nursing an injury and he's not been playing the last few matches. He's been dropped off the Indian squad that will tour Australia as well.
I have 2 nominations. The first one is Mayank Agarwal of Kings XI Punjab. He has been really a vital cog for Kings XI Punjab in the initial parts of the tournament, where only he and KL Rahul performed and the rest of the team did not. But then after that, when Chris Gayle was brought in, Mayank Agarwal shared the load with him and KL Rahul. But again, of late, he has, I think, had a hamstring injury, because of which Mandeep Singh has come. It hasn't, affected Kings XI Punjab really big, but his comeback into the team is going to be a huge boost for them. And the second nomination is Andre Russell. So unlike Mayank Agarwal and Rohit Sharma, Andre Russell's absence has left a huge hole for KKR, because he has been single-handedly winning the matches, not only in this season but the last season as well. And without him, they are lacking an X factor in their team.
And the award goes to...
The last award we are giving today is the I Love You 3000 award for our favorite player. And my favorite player is many people's favorite player. He is the universe boss, Chris Gayle. When Chris Gayle was finally picked into the Kings XI Punjab team, they had just 1 win from 7 games. And since then, they have played 6 games and have won 5 in a row, and lost the last game, in which Chris Gayle scored 99 runs.
My nomination for this award goes to Surya Kumar Yadav of Mumbai Indians. I mean, there's a lot been going around him, where he was not selected for the squad that travels to Australia, and there was a point for him to prove to the selectors and to many others like what he is capable of. And he definitely maintained his cool in that match, where he didn't throw away his wicket, and he was there right till the end to guide the team to a victory.
And the winner of the I Love You 3000 award is.
So that's it, guys. That's Sportsgen Awards for this IPL. Stay tuned for more such kind of videos. Please do share and subscribe to Sportsgen.